Welcome to Sermon Updates Midweek. This is May 26, 2021, and this is a Sum It Up for the sermon Potluck. When we all eat together, we all eat better. Growing up in the church and being a kid who liked to eat, I have fond memories of the potluck dinners we've had at the many churches that we've attended through the years. Probably the earliest memories I have of potluck dinners, that earliest memory is from Ashland, Illinois. And I just remember as a kid the fried chicken, all the desserts that would show up because everybody would make their best, and then everybody would be able to grab what they wanted. And it was just an amazing time. Our church in Kentucky, Oak Grove Church of Christ, they had a house up on the hill that was used for all the fellowship dinners and everything. And wow, did we eat well there. In fact, it seems like every church I've ever been a part of ate well. Now, not that that had something to do with us picking the churches we were at, but it certainly didn't hurt. One of the things you discover at a potluck dinner is that everybody eats better when we eat together. One of the things is you get stuff you don't usually get. My mom was a great cook. She is a great cook. And my mom had a routine of the things we ate in our home. And I'm not complaining because I loved her food and I loved knowing what we're going to eat and what we're going to get. But we ate the same thing most of the time. And potluck dinners gave you an opportunity to try stuff you've never had before. One of my favorite events here at Kenwood was a dinner that we were invited to at Webster Elementary School, a fabulous school that's not far from the church, a school that we've helped a lot through the years. And so they were having a big dinner and they invited us to come. Now, one of the dynamics about that school is there are many international students that attend Webster Elementary School. And because of that, that meant that at that dinner, there were dishes from all over the world. There were things that I recognized, and there were a lot of things I had no idea what they were. But for me, that was exciting because we got things we didn't usually get. We got things that were different than the normal. The other thing that happens at a potluck dinner is nobody really checks to see how much somebody brings or what somebody brings. And at potluck dinners, you make sure that everybody gets what they need. I can remember many conversations through the years with people who were either visitors or people that did not come prepared to share for the potluck dinner, and they felt like they needed to leave because they didn't have anything that they brought. And I don't know about you, but all of the dinners we've ever done, there's always food left over. And we've always encouraged people to stay, even if they didn't bring anything, because they would get what they needed. And that's part of the exciting part about potluck dinners is that everybody winds up getting what they need. And this all highlights a very simple truth. So we looked at a couple of the teachings of Paul where he talks about giftedness, how, we're all many members of the one body, and we are all gifted to take care of the needs of the entire body. For me, the exciting part about this is it's a reminder that we are better together. We are better together than we are apart. I've been reminded of that during this time of COVID. Our people have been contacting one another, sending letters, calling each other, emailing each other, seeing each other in our Zoom meetings. One of the exciting things about the parking lot service is that there are people that get out and greet one another and talk to each other through their windows and roll them down and say hi and all that. And people who have chosen the safety of their vehicles to stay in them are able to still interact with people. And it reminds me of how important gathering is. The difficulty of this last year plus has been that so many of us have been isolated, so many of us have felt isolated, so many of us have not gotten out, many of us have chosen to stay put and stay safe, and that's fine, but it has impacted our ability to gather together physically. I'm glad that we've had the ability to be together online and the ability to be in the parking lot together, because the parking lot has been a step toward us being together. And I have to say that all of these months that we've done our service out in the parking lot, it has been a blessing to me every week to see the number of people that have come into our services. And I'm excited. June 13th, we're going to be opening up to go back inside. I'm grateful that we're able to do that, and we're working to make sure that everything is safe and that everything goes well. And God has blessed, and it has been a difficult year plus, and it's not all over with yet, but I'm glad that we're going to get together to gather together once again inside our building. It's also a blessing to me to know that as we gather together, it's not about the building. As we gather together, it's about God who is with us, God who indwells each of us, but where God is with us, where two or more of us gather in his name. For me, that's exciting because it's a reminder that we need to be careful. It's not just about going inside, because going inside doesn't guarantee us anything. That we are the people of God when we are gathered together. That's whether we're in a building or we're in a parking lot or we're in a shelter or we're in the middle of a field. We are God's building, built and supported by every ligament and sinew that is the body of Christ. And it is encouraging to know that the body of Christ never stops being the body of Christ. We are all members of his body, but we're thrilled when we can gather together. Hope to see you this Sunday in the parking lot as we gather together, and be praying for us as we move toward coming inside on June 13th. Have a wonderful day. God bless.